Assalamualaikum and hi everyone. My name is AINA NAJWA team ZAMZHURI with match number 10 DPM21 F1041 and I am from DPM5A. So today I'm going to present Chapter 3 and Chapter 4 of Personality Development.
Chapter 3.
So what's healthy mind? Having a healthy mind is key to your overall health and well-being. A healthy mind includes emotional, psychological, and social well-being and affect the way you think, feel, and act. It works in harmony with your body and affect how you handle stress, relate to others, and make choices. So what the sign of a healthy mind? It actually depends on the individual itself. But in my own opinion, there are several signs that I can share. Firstly, you are confident when you come across new situations or stresses. Secondly, you do not always blame yourself. Lastly, you can stick to routines that are good for you, such as eating and sleeping well. Next is positive thinking impact. Research has found that positive thinking can help with stress management and also play an important role in your overall health and well-being. So how can positive thinking help us in difficult situations? Imagine you are an introvert who has to give a speech in front of hundreds of people, and at that time your mind will be filled with all negative thoughts. Like, what if I mispronounce and they will judge me, or what if I make a mistake during the speech? A positive outlook allows you to face stressful situations better and is also able to help you overcome negative thoughts. So it's okay to make a mistake as we all learn from it. Don't be demotivated and just keep improving. Now, let's move on to smart decision making. Decision making are fundamental cognitive processes that individuals engage in daily to navigate challenges and achieve their goals. These processes involve analyzing situations, evaluating options, and selecting the best course of action. For example, before I make a decision to further my study in Polytechnic Sebangkurai, I have considered all the factors that can influence my decision. For example, the facilities around the Polytechnic area, accommodation, transportation facility, and so on. Next is solving problems. Problem-solving skills are like navigational tools that guide us through the challenges of life. They involve the ability to analyze situations, break down complex issues into manageable parts, and find effective solutions. As students, we will always have problems with deadline because usually we will receive few assignments at the same time. So how do I resolve the problem? First thing first, don't postpone your work. Arrange all your assignments according to the date they need to be sent, so you know which one needs to be completed first.
Chapter 4.
Attitude has three main components, which are emotional component, cognitive component, and behavioral component. Emotional component. This involves the emotional reaction and feeling an individual has toward the subject of their attitude. For example, a person might have positive emotion toward a hobby they enjoy. Cognitive component. This includes the belief and thought a person holds about the subject of their attitude. It involves factual information and knowledge related to the attitude object. Lastly is behavioral component. This component reflects how a person tends to behave or act in response to their attitude. It involves the action and intention associated with the attitude object. Next is power of positivity. A positive attitude involves having optimistic and constructive thought, emotion, and behavior toward a particular subject. People with a positive attitude tend to focus on opportunities, solutions, and the positive aspect of situation. For example, based on my real experience, positive thinking was very helpful in my study journey in Polytechnic. As a student, the feeling of despair will always appear in our mind, and positive thinking always helps us to get back on the right track. Next is positive versus negative. So what's the difference between being positive and negative? Firstly is reaction to failure. Positive people see failure as a chance to learn and grow. They recognize that failure is an occurrence that does not define who they are. Meanwhile, failure emotionally disable negative people because they allow it to define who they are. They don't realize it all part of the learning and growing process. Next is challenges. Positive people enjoy being challenged. They recognize that they can be no good without difficulty. Positive people welcome challenge and look for methods to overcome them. As for negative people, they choose the easy way out. They avoid impediment like the plug since they raise the likelihood of failure. Hard time, according to negative people, do not make you but rather break you. The last one is know-it-all. Positive people enjoy learning. They recognize that information evolves and they And that what worked 10 years ago may no longer be useful today. Meanwhile, negative people assume they know everything and they are less likely to embrace fresh knowledge that challenge their belief. They are more concerned with who is right than with what is right. Last but not least is habit for success. As you can see, there are 7 habits of highly effective people. Habit 1 is be proactive. Meanwhile, habit 2, begin with the end. Habit number 3 is put first thing first. Habit number 4, think win-win. Habit number 5 is seek first to understand, then to be understood. Habit 6, synergize. And lastly, habit 7, sharpen the saw. So I'm going to choose to explain habit 3, which is to put things first. Putting first thing first involves prioritizing tasks based on their importance and urgency. It's about managing time and resources effectively to achieve your goals. That's all from me today. Thank you for watching and listening.